Hey guys, it's David here from Beyond the Kingdoms, and today I've got another food review from this year's Food and Wine Festival at Epcot. Today, we are looking at some hearty comfort foods from around the festival that will surely fill your bellies. And make sure you stick around till the end of the review to find out how you can be a winner in this week's giveaway. But let's get on to some food. Alright, so right off the bat, we have to talk about a comfort food classic that has been available at the Food and Wine Festival for a few years now. So let's head to the Back of World Showcase by the American Adventure Pavilion to find the Hops and Barley booth. This booth serves an array of craft beers and American classics such as carrot cake. But today, we want to talk about the brisket. The smoked beef brisket features pimiento cheese and is served with griddled garlic toast. First of all, I will say that the cheese doesn't come through very much, and I was a little disappointed. However, the brisket is still nice and tender and has a nice sauce to it. Now, whether or not this is the best beef brisket is a tough call. Vanessa and I both enjoyed this and love that it's served with a piece of garlic toast on the side. If you're an avid barbecue fan, I'm sure you will argue that the best brisket you've ever had has been elsewhere. But despite all that, we think many of you will still enjoy this comfort classic here. The beef brisket comes in at $5.50 and is eligible for a Disney Dining Plan snack credit. Now let's move down the promenade of World Showcase and head to the Belgium booth. Now many people think of delicious sweet dishes offered at this booth, but there is one savory dish that definitely classifies as comfort food to us. That is the Beer-Braised beef. Now this has existed in previous years at the festival, but there have been a few changes made over the years. I tried a version back in 2015 that had the beef served over potato and leek waffle, and I sincerely hated it. Last year, the Disney chefs removed the waffle and served it with mashed potatoes instead, and this year is no different, and I can say that this is a very good update. The Beer-Braised beef is now served with the smoked Gouda mashed potatoes, but similar to the brisket dish, I couldn't taste much of the cheese here. However, the sauce that the meat is braised in is very yummy. You can really taste those rich flavors that the beer brings to it, and it's not too heavy. The meat could have been a little more tender in my book, but overall, this was a very good dish. The Beer-Braised beef costs $5, and it's a great price considering that this is a pretty large-sized dish for Food and Wine standards. And it is eligible for a Disney Dining Plan snack credit. However, save your credit for something more expensive, because this is $5 well spent out of your own pocket. Next, we have a dish that I was hoping would really knock my socks off. Across World Showcase Lagoon and at the very front of the lake is the Farm Fresh booth. This booth was first added to the festival in 2014, and ever since has offered an array of what Disney considers classic Florida dishes. This, my friends, is the crispy chicken served with griddled cornbread. Very similar to the brisket, this is a very tough call. If you've sampled some classic southern dishes like fried chicken before, you will probably be disappointed here. First of all, I can say that the batter is crispy, but it tastes like it was breaded in cornflakes. I know that this is a popular variation to some, but I'm a traditionalist when it comes to fried chicken, and I didn't quite like it. Even if I set aside my disappointment from the chicken, I can comfortably say that the cornbread was a bit dry. So sadly, my friends, I think this dish is worth a skip. Some may disagree, but I think you can spend $4.75 on something far better at another booth. And a great example of that is the Zesty Cheeseburger Sandwich at the Epcot Legacy Showplace in the Odyssey building. There is nothing upscale or fancy about this dish, but this is classic comfort food at its best, and I think it's the best guilty pleasure enjoyed at this year's festival. The dish is a bit of a throwback tribute to a similar sandwich that was once served in the Land Pavilion back in the 80s. This updated version features ground beef, mac and cheese, and a sprinkle of extra cheddar cheese on top, just for good measure. Then, the whole thing is served in a bread cone, similar to the snacks over in Cars Land at Disney's California Adventure. This definitely wins as one of the best bang for your buck dishes because it will surely fill you up. The sandwich is $5.50, it is definitely a kid-friendly dish, and it's eligible for a Disney Dining Plan snack credit. But the winner in my book when it comes to tasty comfort food is over at the Cheese Studio. This booth is part of a trio of food studios located near the Imagination Pavilion in Future World. As you can imagine, the Cheese Studio offers an interesting array of cheese dishes that will really surprise you. And one of those big surprises was the beef stroganoff. This beef dish is a really good size, and it's not the only oversized dish at the Cheese Studio. I was first surprised by the large piece of beef I got, and then was delighted at how beautifully soft and tender the meat was. The Boursin cheese sauce was delicious, and the whole dish is served over a bed of tiny egg noodles that frankly made me think of gnocchi. These noodles were nice and small, not too heavy, and balanced out the whole dish beautifully. This was truly scrumptious and a must-have for those who want some filling comfort food. So there you have it, a look at some of our favorite comfort foods from the 2017 Epcot Food and Wine Festival. A combination of dishes that will surely fill an appetite and satisfy your tummy. Now before I leave you today, I've got another fun giveaway. This week we're giving away this Epcot 35th Anniversary World Showcase mug. Now if you want to win this mug, you've got 2 ways to enter in your chance at being our next winner. First of all, you can simply leave a comment below telling us what has been one of your favorite dishes from the festival this year. To double your chances of winning, you can also post a picture of your favorite dish on social media using the hashtag BTKingdoms. And next Tuesday, we will announce one lucky winner. But that's all for now, folks. Make sure you stay tuned on Tuesdays and Thursdays for more food reviews from this year's festival. And catch our weekly main show on Sundays as we continue our Exploring World Showcase series. Thanks for watching today, and remember, if you can dream it, you can do it.